Like it or not, the week Zach Wilson had.
I think that Zach Wilson is smart to not want to go out there and play football. I think Zach Wilson made the prudent decision. I think that Aaron Rodgers coming out and saying, oh, no, that didn't happen with the writer pushing back and go, oh, no, my sources say that it did. Would you want to go out and play for a Jets team that has no offensive line, a coach that has lost complete control of the locker room? By the way, that same coach benched you, 7 weeks into your second season in the NFL after he drafted you second overall on a roster that was completely handpicked by Aaron Rodgers that is collapsing as we speak with an offensive coordinator that cannot coach. Oh, by the way, also got
You can't say you don't want to play.
But there's so many rumors here. There's multiple media people that have released information. One in New York who released text messages that he said back to him, Robert Saleh and him, revealed them on the air. There's all these discussions about whether or not Wilson wanted to play. And let me just say this. If Wilson did not want to play, who would be upset with that? I would not be. I know ex-players are going to get out of here and say, you're going to play for the team. Really? You would want to be behind that offensive line?
Saleh's opening statement, wasn't that precious? And he comes on and says, if this really happened, he wouldn't be on the team.
Well, yeah, I think
you mean like
should be on the team.
You took him off the team at the end of last season. He was undressed. You say you can't say you want to play. That was your statement?
Yeah.
You can't say you don't want to play. Why? What does he have left to prove in New York? They've sat you down twice. Both of that, not your fault. Now, he's not a great quarterback. Don't get me wrong. He has money to be made. This is his job. Why would I go out and risk injury? Remember the Mike White game in Buffalo last season when he got sat down? That man was broken in half, and that's not a figure of speech. I need to make a living for me for the rest of my life. My NFL career could go 3-4 years. I may be making league minimum next year. I'm not risking that for you playing carousel with guys that were on the practice squad.
The Jets totally screwed this up. They had an opportunity after Aaron Rodgers went down to go get a quarterback. They had 7 weeks to do it. They didn't do it. They let their defense down. They let their team down. They let their fans down.
You thought that Zach Wilson's situation couldn't have gotten worse. I think he just made it worse. He makes himself almost unmarketable.
I disagree with you 100%. I think NFL GMs and owners understand the dysfunction that's going on in New York. The thing the Jets should have done was cut him loose at the end of last season, whether it's through a release or a trade. Keeping him on that roster doomed not only him, but the rest of that team. I do not blame that kid a bit.
I think he holds a clipboard for the next 2 years and gets another chance.
Wow. Yeah, I think he may be done.